Welcome back to another episode of Jason's Bricks and 5, where we discuss LEGO content in videos of around 5 minutes. Today, we are going to look at something from my collection. This is something that I've actually owned for, oh geez, what is it, probably 12 years, I'm going to guess? When did this come out? Oh, I take that back. This is from 2003, so this is 22 years old. That's what happens when you get old. You lose track of decades. Anyways, this is a Lego set that I don't know that we'll ever see anything like this again. This is a collaboration that they did with the NBA. For those that may not know, the National Basketball Association. Anyways, they had a year where they came out with sets themed around that. They had these, I want to say almost like a battle pack style set where you would get 3 figures. We've got Dirk Nowitzki of the Dallas Mavericks, Vince Carter of the Toronto Raptors, and Gary Payton of the Seattle Supersonics. And they also had like a basketball court, and there was a game, because these figures have a couple of unique things about them. So now this is already opened. This is not sealed or anything like that, but I have kept the box. This is the original one that I purchased. And it came with 3 figs, as well as 3 basketball cards, which is definitely unique. And then you got these base plates, which were kind of specific to these because they are meant to hold the card. Now, as a, I guess at least former sports card collector, it does kind of hurt me to put them on here, but that's what we're gonna do, because I think I did it before anyways. So it creates an interesting, or unique display for these figs. And so they came in sets of 3. They had, what did they have here? 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. This is the only one I purchased. And looking back, there's probably a couple of others that I kind of wish I had gotten maybe. But this is the one I got, and the reason I got this was for this player right here. This is for Gary Payton. He was my favorite player. So after my youth and my love of Lego, and I guess Star Wars toys as well, faded, and I became older, and you know, toys were not for me. They were not cool enough. I started following baseball and then basketball, and the Sonics were my team. You can see I've got my old Gary Payton jersey on here. And I collected all kinds of Gary Payton cards and memorabilia. In fact, we can have a co-host today. This is my talking bobblehead. I guess that's what happens when the batteries corrode after 20 years. So he'll just be our silent co-host. Anyways, so I have these, and they're kind of neat. You know, they've got this display. You know, you can put them up there. But if you look closer at these figs, there's a few things about them. Number one, if I didn't know better, or just to your normal Lego fan nowadays, they might actually think these are like a second party brick or a knockoff, you might say, for a few reasons. Number one, the face printing is definitely different than what we get today. You can see it's more cartoony, kind of a spread out face. And the second thing you'll notice, the arms are different, and that is for a very specific reason. On these figs, but it really has a different feel than your normal Lego figs, and the way that, you know, for example, the hands are attached to the arm, it's just different than what you'll find. And then lastly, the legs are completely different. You'll notice they don't have the holes for the fig to sit, and you'll notice there's holes in the front. So you might wonder why that is. There's actually spring in here. And this was part of that play feature when you had the basketball court. So these sets did not come with the basketball, but if you bought the bigger ones, you could actually have a basketball court, and you could have your favorite player, I don't know, shoot baskets. And I don't think it was probably very easy or accurate. I'm just going to guess. Now, because I don't have any of those, I'll give you a different demonstration here. This is the only thing. I tried getting this little ball, but the problem is it doesn't fit. So You know, this would be probably more realistic to the size of a basketball, but what are you gonna do? It's Lego. So I have this barrel, so we'll see if we can get him to hold it here. Maybe. And then you kind of spring him backwards and you throw it. And you can see how accurate it was. I was right there, kind of like in Dumb and Dumber.
You're alive! And you're a horrible shot.
Ah, there we go. Look at that. Perfect. First try. So these are kind of a unique, kitschy thing. I don't know that they are super valuable. I haven't even looked. I guess I could. You know, some of the players, I know Kobe Bryant, when he passed away, I think the value of that one shot up quite a bit. But, you know, it's interesting to look at the pairs of figures that they have on the back of here because, you know, like this, all three of these players are in the Hall of Fame, the Basketball Hall of Fame, which is kind of a cool thing. And there's a few of them that are like that. Some of the players you can see maybe didn't pan out quite like some of the others, but it's quite an interesting crossover. So this is something I actually, and I guess the other thing I want to point about this is something I actually purchased for myself in my dark ages. You know, I wasn't really collecting Lego. Occasionally I'd buy something, but even at that point, my son, you know, he only would have been like 3 or 4, so he was maybe a little bit young for the Lego system size bricks. And so I would have purchased this strictly for myself because I was a Sonics fan, a Gary Payton fan, and that's why I got it. So, yeah, this is one of my favorite figures. It's funky. The legs do come off, you know, just like a regular fig. So, you know, you could do that. The head comes off as well. But other than that, it is kind of strange. So, anyways, yeah, let me know. Do you have any of these? Do you remember seeing them? Do you think they were, I don't know, something of interest, or do you think they were a big swing and a miss? I guess that would be baseball. They were a shoot and a miss. I don't know, whatever you want to say. So there you have it. That's going to do it for this episode of Jason's Bricks and 5. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Happy building!